at the Bamenda Commercial Avenue are still counting their losses after a fire incident razed shops in that part of Cameroon. The situation was contained by the firefighting brigade elements of the Northwest region. And the Tuba Bafut Council empowers some young persons who has concluded their training in income generating sectors from the Tuba Bafut Youth and Employment Center. More on that on this newscast. Good evening to you all. This is High Prime of Thursday, the 15th of February 2024. For presentation, I am attending Larry Kevin Sabot. We start off with this one from the Southwest region, where the Minister of Water Resources and Energy, Gaston Elundu Somba, has charged the incoming General Manager of the National Refinery Company, Sonara, that is Bako Haruna, to be assiduous towards the reconstruction phase of the National Refinery Company. He was speaking in an extraordinary board meeting that he presided over there at the company's headquarters in Limbe, as it was appointed and confirmed that Bako Haruna is the new General Manager. More with our reporter from Limbe.
Board of Directors of the National Refinery Company, Sonara, are meeting for an extraordinary board session at the company's headquarters in Limbe, as it is being presided over by Cameroon's Minister of Water Resources and Energy, Gaston Elundu Somba, with the main message being the reconstruction of Sonara by the new General Manager.
I therefore urge you, as project owner, to take all necessary steps to recruit a financial and technical partner to rebuild with upgrading the damaged infrastructure. It is new in its new configuration. The refinery must be fitted with hydrocracking units that will enable Cameroon's crude oil to be refined to the heavy molecule in order to upgrade the distillate and produce noble products that are sold at higher prices on the market.
A turning point during the extraordinary board session is the appointment of Bako Haruna as the company's new general manager, something which he appreciates the President of the Republic while acknowledging the Herculean task that awaits him.
Allow me to thank His Excellency, our illustrious Head of State, for the confidence he has put upon my person. I know that the challenges are very much, and I will do my best. I will do my best to merit the confidence of the Head of State. Thank you very much.
Reminded the newly appointed, Minister Gaston Elundu Somba called on Bako Haruna to ensure the prices of hydrocarbon products in the country are being put on the abbey by making sure that the workability of the set structure is put in place.
With regard to Sonara's import activities, I urge you to pay special attention to making petroleum products available on the domestic market, as you have been instructed, with an 80% share by the states.
With the coming into place of Bako Haruna, who till the time of his appointment was serving as General Manager of Cameroon Oil Transportation Company, COTCO, is a moment of high hopes. He takes over from Simu Jimu Jean-Paul, who has served the parastater as GM for close to 5 years now. Bako Haruna is married to his wife and a father of children.
We crossed over to the Northwest region, where trainees who has come to the end of their training in diverse income generating activities from the Tuba Bafut Empowerment Youth Center over there in the Northwest region have been given direct materials for them to start off their new sector of life. This was a donation that was given by the council authorities, as they gifted them machines and other seeds capitals for them to start up life in this new chapter of their life. Princess Alice Lekele reports from Bamenda.
Following the head of state speech encouraging the youth to be self-employed, these youths who just graduated from the Tuba Youth Empowerment Center received sewing machines and a sum of 50,000 francs each to start up.
I thank the parliamentarians for empowering us for these our machines so that we may plan in our future successfully, so that others should learn from us.
The donation was done by the representative of their constituency, Honorable Agu Olivia Bamenjung, MP for Bafut Tuba.
And then when the head of state talked about self-employment on the 10th of February, when he was addressing the youth, he paid much attention to self-employment to the extent that he himself acknowledged that neither the public sector nor the private sector can guarantee full employment for the thousands of young youth who are leaving training institution into the job market. I saw it as an opportunity to support these young ones so that they can be self-employed.
According to Mayor of Tuba Council, since Honorable Agu Olivia became MP, changes like development and encouragement are being noticed.
We are seeing changes in terms of encouragement, development, assistance to the needy, to the population, which is what we have been expecting long ago from our elected officials. The council is always at the disposal of the population. Like we are starting out today after giving machines to the young ones from the training center from Bafut and Tuba. We are preparing to send in hundreds of youths and population to the field for cassava cultivation.
The head of the Tuba Youth Empowerment Center encouraged the gesture.
We are working without any material. We try to contribute the little we can and then we train these youths with it.
I know it can help us to sponsor my children in school, pay my house rents, and feed the family, and even those who don't have.
It is hoped that these youths who have received this day, after empowering themselves, also empowers others.
We remain in the Northwest region this time around, as we did told you in our headlines. A couple of shops at the Bamenda Commercial Avenue has been razed by wild flames after the fire outbreak that occurred recently made the said traders not to have access to their commodities in that part of Bamenda. More with our reporter from the Northwest region.
The fire outbreak at the Bamenda Business District took many unaware as the inferno ravaged many shops. The damage caused by the fire is worth CFA France millions of goods as the different shop owners rushed to the scene to put off the flames. With the timely intervention of the Bamenda Fire Brigade, whose presence was visible on site, was quite a remarkable one in the putting off the said flames. According to sources, the cause of the inferno is attributed to the short-circuit electrical fault from Inyom. With no life loss, the different business persons and traders who are victims of this fire incident are not counting their losses while hoping for better days ahead.
The Buya-based servant of God, Apostle John Chi, has come to the aid of some Muslim faithful in the central region capital of the Yaoundé, that equally happens to be Cameroon State of Pa, with materials to assist them. This was during a special donation of the set man of God who and his team from Buya thought it wise to extend the gospel of fellowship via giving, which is charity. Alice Lekeo was there and not us. More.
In their continuous quest to put quality smiles on the faces of the vulnerable population, John Chi Foundation and partners have once again demonstrated that with love in our hearts, work in our hands, Christianity could better be practiced. This is the inspiration of their reach out to the Muslim community in Yaoundé.
The John Chi Foundation is all about a nation to build, a world to change. You and I are included. It's all about using our gifts to reach out to a troubled world.
Handing over consignments made up of 1,000 bags of rice, cash gifts of 3 million CFA, plus wheelchairs to some vulnerable and physically challenged personalities, the Apostle of God maintains that the gesture is their own way to show love to their fellow Muslim brothers and sisters.
If one is waiting for a more convenient time, that convenient time will never come. So the time is now to reach out to the less privileged.
Overwhelmed with such a move, the Muslim community offered special prayer for God to bless the works of their benefactors.
Like I said earlier, we are here to express our love. You know, these are difficult times. And in these difficult times, we need to reach out to the less privileged, the physically challenged. We are created to make a tangible contribution in the life of someone in need.
It will be recalled that this is not the first time the John Chi Foundation is reaching out to the Muslim community.
You are watching High Prime and we are coming to you live from our main studio here in High Television. The disseminating of disturbing images on social media is now a call for concern, as young persons and persons from the elderly group age are now taking delight in the dissemination of obscene and not pleasant images or videos across the social network. But the implications of this equally stands, as the legal provision of stipulates punishment for persons who are found guilty of such dissemination. Daniel Ekomemboa picks interest in this story as he went finding out from experts who are in the said field.
The coming in place of smartphones in today's world has helped many persons within the society and beyond to facilitate communication amongst friends and families. With its main objective to close the gap of distance communication, many has turned to change the dynamics of its usage.
All the devices that are created for a positive usage in the first place. But negative human beings bring in their negativity to devices. So I wish to reiterate on this point. Cell phones and other electronic gadgets are created for positive use, but it is negative human beings that bring negativity into these devices, and their negativity, which is ethically or morally decadent, is what brings the problems which we find today in our society, whereby young people are using cell phones for negative purposes.
Going by the recent times, it has been observed that lovers of these devices often find pleasures in using them to take images of incidents that they could have given a helping hand to save victims.
In advanced society, people know that the life of a human being is more important. So when a human being is in a difficult situation, the first thing to do is to rescue that human being. That's the first thing to do, is to rescue that human being. And our society needs to learn this. You don't need to be filming a difficult situation, a challenging situation, when the person or the people involved are in a very difficult situation. The first thing to do is to rescue these people.
The widely use of these tools in recording and exposing gruesome images is a call for concern.
The people who are filming such situations at times, if they are caught, they should be dealt with. Because you cannot see somebody in a difficult situation. Instead of rushing to rescue the person in that difficult situation, you are busy filming a situation where probably somebody is dying, somebody is going through a situation. It's a very bad practice, which must be seriously discouraged at all times.
While some uses it for research, buying and selling online, others tend to use them for negative purposes, like the recent incident in Kambe, northwest region of Cameroon.
People should prioritize on the lives of human beings. When human beings are going through a difficult situation, whatever, the first thing to do is, how can I rescue this person? It's not the images that you show that matters, because those images are of no use if that person finally dies or that person finally finds himself in that difficult situation and the person cannot be rescued. Rescue comes first. The security and the life of the human being should be valued, and it comes first. It's not the images that are gathered from such scenes. So we are calling upon youth, especially who are so given to such practices of filming negative things instead of seeing how to rescue these situations. It's a very bad practice that should be seriously condemned and discouraged in our society.
As the smartphone keeps on increasing in our society, lovers of them should exercise caution when taking images, especially like roads and fire incidents where casualties or victims are involved.
On to our foreign dossier for tonight. A huge numbers of persons have gathered in Kenya's capital city of Nairobi to mourn for women and girls who were killed by their intimate partners. This is known as femicide, as it is gaining grounds in Africa and around the world, where intimate partners are now killing their fellow partners in love or marriages. This has prompted Aisha Mbeng to find out what prompted the fast rise in femicide rates in the continent of Africa.
Femicide, the killing of a woman or a girl in particular by a man on account of her gender, is on the recent rise in most African countries today, like that of Cameroon with the case of Hervé Bobga, where cases of rape and few cases of death were reported, and that of Kenya, where a man has recently been arrested for the murder of his girlfriend. With many other cases being reported, this has prompted a dark Valentine in Nairobi on Wednesday, February 14, 2024, where hundreds dressed in black gather in a vigil dub and protest the rise in femicide.
We do not condone femicide at all. We are losing so many women, so many girls. So today, most of us have set out our plans so that we come here with fellow women, our fellow ladies, fellow feminist leaders to ensure that we end femicide.
Since the start of the year, cases of femicide in Kenya are on the rise, with more than 16 cases being reported by police and local media.
I'm joining in this dark Valentine's because there's nothing to be happy about when our fellow women and girls are being murdered in cold blood and nothing has been done about it. So on this day, I prefer rather to protest against the injustices that are occurring and raise my voice, join my fellow women, because today is them, tomorrow could be me. It's affecting our mothers, our sisters, our friends, and we need to speak up about it. And love is not something that should put you at risk for death. So if we can't have a healthy kind of love, what's there to celebrate about?
On a day traditionally set aside to celebrate love, students instead gather to commemorate the victims of femicide by lighting candles, chanting names of those killed, and holding red roses. The Valentine's Day protest came after thousands of people marched in cities and towns in Kenya at the end of January in similar protests, which were recorded as the largest anti-femicide demonstration ever held in the country.
With that foreign news dossier done for us by Aisha Mbeng, this is what concludes News Nights for today. The package of High Prime that was brought to you by me, Technical Larry Kelvin Sabot, and we urge you all to stay tuned to High Television as more interesting programs are coming your way. Good night.